Coming at you live from Studio K. You are now listening to Rambling with Ryan.
Welcome to the podcast, everybody. With me so far, I have Jacob Harder.
Hello.
It's been a while.
Yeah, about a month, something like that.
No, is it? Oh, yeah, we did one, and then it was.
Oh, it didn't work.
The sound was terrible. Just ever since, like I said, ever since I got this computer, the issues have just been.
Wasn't that the first?
That's the first one.
Return
of Rambling with Ryan.
Yeah.
And then I went to Vegas, and then came back, and then then we couldn't do one last week for technical difficulties. Yeah, whatever. Get them rolling again here. I miss them. They're fun. I enjoyed them. So what's new? You had a kid. That's new. You haven't been on since you had. Did we? Yeah. Okay. I guess the last one.
Yeah, the last one, because then the one before that was our
way back. The baseball one.
No, was the one we did when we drank all day after the World Juniors.
Oh, brutal!
Because that was like 2 weeks before I had the kid.
That one was fun. Yeah, that was a good one.
That one didn't go public, but that was a fun one.
Well, we did one, and then Adam showed up, and then we did another one.
Oh, we did two that day?
We did. Well, we just turned the mics on. And we just sat here for like 3 hours after the game.
Yeah.
And then Adam showed up and we're all already hammered. And then we do a podcast for an hour. And then we went and watched the fights, I think.
I bailed.
Something. Didn't you? No. Didn't you guys end up at the strippers that night?
Yeah, me, Joe, and Coos were on our way to Adams.
Yeah.
And then we grabbed some beer at the Alder, and then Joe's like, oh, let's go in for a little dance. And then we stayed there for like 2 hours, and then they ended up going out there, and I was like, I got to call her quits. Oh. It was like 9 o'clock, and that was about 12 hours of drinking already, so that's a little hard to do these days.
Yeah. So, before Adam gets here, let's talk NHL playoffs.
Okay.
Fuck, man. I swear to God, every year it gets better. The level of competition, the level of parity in the league right now is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't argue.
I can't. I was just trying to think of something. I was like, it really is. Like,
it's. We've all bitched about Bettman but you got to give the guy credit for what he's done to the league.
You have to. I think the biggest thing with Bettman is the lockout sucked.
Yeah.
But every time the league has flourished from it.
Yes.
But I think it's just when you look at Bettman, and he's just a smug little
It is
guy.
Some of the things he says, and like what the whole situation with how he went about basically demoting Ron. Why can't I think of his name right now? Ron, Hockey Night in Canada.
Oh, McLean.
Ron McLean.
Yeah. How he
kind of demoted him, brought in Strombopoulos.
Yeah,
and
Snuffleupagus.
And a lot of people aren't, and their numbers are brutal.
Oh, you know what? I love that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a fan of all Sportsnet's coverage.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I'm tired of it. I used to enjoy when it was TSN Wednesday nights, CBC Saturday nights, and then Sportsnet carried our own Canucks games, so we always had Shorty and Garrett.
Yeah.
And whatever your thoughts are on Garrett, I know people don't like him, but
he's not.
Shorty's
terrible.
a great play-by-play guy, and so it was like that was your home game, and now we don't always get them for Canucks games. We get Goob 1 and Goob 2 calling the game.
Yeah. Well, the thing with Garrett, he just says some really just blatantly obvious stuff, and you're just like, well, yeah, duh.
And there's
also just duh comments.
And there's also people always question, like, is he really a hockey fan,
or is he just a Canuck fan? Is that what you mean?
Oh, Garrett. Sorry, I thought you said Gary.
Oh no.
Garrett. Yeah, Garrett says goofy ass stuff, but he's just a big homer. Oh, he's a Canucks fan for sure.
Yeah.
He's just a homer. He just likes to talk about food and
I guess the problem is we're looking at it from our perspective as lifelong hockey fans playing hockey. We're all pretty knowledgeable in the sport, whereas you got to kind of think about the average fan too, right? And to them, he's probably perfect. I personally like a guy like Pierre Maguire, he says things that I don't know. He brings up facts and stats.
Pierre Maguire will tell you what the guy's English 12th grade was at his high school that he attended in buttfuck Minnesota.
Definitely.
Oh, I love Pierre. A lot of people, I think people either love Pierre or they hate Pierre.
He's dorky.
He
sounds dorky, but it's just because he
knows
loves
so
the sport
much. Yeah.
and he's so smart. And that's what I've heard a lot of within social media is that the criticism on Strombopoulos is that he doesn't seem like someone who is like ingrained in hockey.
Yes.
Right? He's got kind of one foot in the hockey side and he's still in like huge in music. That's really his passion.
That's his gig. And he did good interviews when he had his own show and stuff. But he's just, he doesn't bleed hockey like a host you want.
Yeah.
Like Ron McLean.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
And that's why people were so up in arms about him basically getting demoted. I mean, they tried to play it off like it wasn't a demotion.
No, but it came out the other day that they said basically Gary got Ron out of there.
Yeah.
And Bettman gets what he wants, so he does. Because if he didn't, we wouldn't have these lockouts that basically the owners win every time.
Yeah.
They said, right? The players said that we never agree to a salary cap. We never agree to a certain amount of escrow. We never agree to profit sharing or whatever, and all those things happen.
And the league is flourishing because of it.
Yeah, the league it's never been more popular. The quality of hockey has never been better.
It's so good.
The playoffs are amazing, and when they bitch about I know the ratings are down because a lot of it has to do with the fact that no Canadian team made it. But like a true hockey fan's still going to turn it on.
That's true.
Like, like amongst our little group chat, I mean, somebody's watching the game usually and commenting on it. And even if you're missing out on it, you're keeping it up to date with what's going on.
The biggest problem that I have with Sportsnet and the way they're running things right now is that there's no... you don't know who's doing what. Like there's no consistency to anything.
Exactly.
You don't know that Jim Houston is doing this series this night. Like everything's been just a fucking shamble. The whole thing. Yeah. So
like every Canucks game, there's like just rotating panelists, and they just dig these guys up, and it's like they found a Sutter and they got blah blah blah, and it's like that's why I really enjoyed the way it was. Canucks were playing Wednesday night. Same guys. Boom, 7:00 game. You got Ferraro and you got Cuthbert, or you got Mike Johnson and whoever doing.
Who's the other one? Cuthbert and who's the other guy who does football? Does
Miller.
The Lions? Miller.
Gordon Miller. So we got one of those two guys, and then both games on Wednesday night you had the panel.
Yeah.
So we had Duthie with McKenzie, Ward, whatever, Jeff O'Neill, any of their little panel of like 4 or 5 guys, and it was great.
It was always
it was awesome. And then Sunday night or Saturday night you had Houston on the early game, and then you had.
Well, it would rotate. The late game, it would kind of
sometimes
depend,
we get Houston.
Sometimes it'd be Bob Cole. Sometimes it'd be.
But it was like there was basically 3 teams that would rotate the 2 games, but you knew what you were getting.
Yeah, and
it's just been
brutal this year. Like, I'm glad the ratings. I hope they figure something out. I hope
they do, because they got like 9 more years of it.
Yeah, it was a 10-year.
It was 10-year, like $1 billion or something.
No, it was $5.2 billion.
Yeah, it's something absurd.
$5.2 billion, which is like 1 year for the NFL.
Mm-hmm. And then I also heard that someone came on the 1040 and said all this stuff, and basically TSN, like the money wasn't the issue. It was TSN wanted to do a few things, and Batman said, no, we don't want it done that way, and Sportsnet was like, okay, we'll do it, so that's why they went there.
Oh, really?
Because TSN was going to come up with the money, no problem.
It's Bell. Like, obviously they
have the money. Have the money. Like, it breaks down to what? Like, X amount of years.
Yeah. Like, well, it was 10 years, it's like probably like $400 million a year or something like that.
Yeah, but they make that back easily.
Easily.
Yeah. They wouldn't spend that money if they weren't going to make it back.
But that's the problem, is they're not making that back now in the playoffs because... Well, I mean, that's probably just for the season then. I wonder how that works, or did that include playoffs, I guess?
No, because I don't know.
It must include playoffs.
Because playoffs always went to CBC, no matter what.
Right.
Because every game was always on CBC. And that's another thing I don't like this year, is they're picking up American feeds.
Yeah.
Playoffs for me has always been... CBC always created that great atmosphere of playoff hockey.
They really did.
All their like graphics and the play-by-play guys and everything. And it was great. And they'd have every series.
It fit.
Yeah, and now it's like Nashville, San Jose. It just didn't get me into the game as much because it's like the Nashville guys, and sure they're fine, but it's not the same. You just couldn't get into it.
What I love about the playoffs, like this year, last year, is you go into it like, this year is like, you can never count out Chicago. LA was kind of like a top dog.
That was my Western Conference final still.
That's who I had. That was my first pick. But when you looked at it as a whole, because like me, the pool, me, Thomas, a couple other guys do, we pick 4 to each, get 4 teams between the 4 of us.
Yeah.
And up until like the last probably 5 years, there was always like 3 or 4 teams that were like, if you didn't get one of those teams, you weren't going to win. Like, you knew you weren't going to win. Now, it doesn't matter. Any team can win. You go into the playoffs, legitimately, every team has a shot, and out of the 16 teams, probably 8 of them have, like, a good chance to win.
Yeah, probably.
Right?
Yeah. There's a couple teams have no chance.
Well, look at this year. Like, San Jose was one of the last teams picked in our pool. They look phenomenal right now.
Yeah, I had them definitely losing to LA.
I picked Tampa Bay with one of my last picks.
See, Tampa Bay I could have believed to get to the finals.
Yeah.
They did it last year, and really their second half of the regular season was really good. It was really good.
Yeah. Second to, like,
they started getting
Pittsburgh in the East. They were pretty much the next best team in the second half of the year.
Once Pittsburgh fired their coach and brought in Sullivan
and
Crosby woke up, like, they were really good.
Yeah. But their speed, man. That's what I think.
Both those teams are so quick.
I think if St. Louis gets through, they're screwed. If St. Louis somehow finds a way to get through this series, because San Jose's quick, but they're not Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay quick.
They're not East quick.
They're not East quick.
They're a bit bigger, right?
They're bigger, but I think the way the game's being played right now, St. Louis ain't winning the cup if they get through, I don't think. San Jose has a chance because they've got that quickness. They've got that back end. I
don't know. I just don't want to believe
they got the Brent Burns factor.
Yeah, Brent Burns is awesome.
Just a stud, man. Fuck. You listen to him talk, too. He's definitely an odd dude.
Yes. He owns a bunch of exotic pets and stuff.
Does he?
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, he's a weird dude. But, man, like, he had an awesome year. He had 75 points.
Yeah.
That's huge
for a defenseman. Was he second to Carlson then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
75 points.
Carlson led his team, didn't he?
Carlson was a top 5 scorer, I think. I think he had like 82 points or something.
Like before, like other than like Bobby Orr, when did defensemen lead their team in scoring?
Well, it's happened. It does happen on occasion, but now it's like if you're a really shitty team, and you just have a good offensive defenseman.
Yeah, like just pass me a can. Sorry.
I remember years ago, like post lockout. Actually, not post-lockout. Pre-Crosby, Dick Tarnstrom led the Penguins in scoring, and he was a D-man with like 50-some-odd points, which is a great year for a D-man nowadays.
But that's not...
But that's horrible.
I'm talking about these like 70-plus point seasons by defensemen.
Oh, that's excellent.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. But that just shows how the game's being played now. The speed the puck's being moved right now, man, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, but that just shows how good Erik Karlsson is.
The thing is, though, I feel like it's a double-edged sword because... newcomers, people wanting to get into the game and watch, I feel like it's the deterrent because they literally just can't follow the play.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right?
That's fair.
Like for people like us,
it's easy.
We're like, fuck yeah, this is hockey, man.
Yeah.
They're hitting hard and they're moving the puck fast. Whereas someone who's coming in, they're probably going to like the fights, the hits, but they're not going to be able to follow the play.
The thing with, if you're brand new to hockey, it's definitely a tricky sport to pick up too, because it's not like baseball and it's not like football where every single play
it starts.
Okay, you see a pitch. Okay, he didn't hit it. He did hit it, even if you don't understand balls and strikes or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But with hockey, it's like back and forth, and then they'll see something like they'll dump it in. They'll be like, "Why are they giving the puck away?" And shit like that. And you're just like,
it's
what
definitely
the hell
a sport
is
that
this?
you really need to play it to understand it. I feel that. I mean, you can still understand it by not playing it, but it takes a long time
to really grasp. Yeah,
like I picked up baseball so fast starting to watch it. Like the last couple years, like I'm starting to understand the game fully now. Mm-hmm. There's still little things that I'm picking up, right? That I'll ask you about. Speaking of, how about Odor and wow, that's just not. It's like you look at baseball or basketball when you see fights. You don't see punches like that thrown. You see flailing. Odor can throw a punch. Yeah, just connects clean on his jaw.
It's a good shot. I really don't have an issue with anything that happened.
No, I don't really. I mean,
the slide. Upon looking at it, the slide wasn't as bad as I thought it was, but there was intent behind that slide. Batista knew what he was doing.
Oh, 100%.
He was probably going to start some shit.
Yeah.
And he leaned in without thinking anything would happen.
He didn't think he was getting punched.
Yeah, no. He did not think he was getting punched. Even if he thought he was going to get pushed or something, like,
he did. He got pushed first.
Yeah, but
Oduro pushed him back, and then Bautista leaned in.
Yeah, but you can't be leaning in like that. Like
it looked almost like he was about to throw a punch. He just wasn't quick enough.
Yeah, I kind of think that was the case.
What bugs me about it is that up until obviously this year, that was a perfectly legal slide, right?
Yeah.
Up until this year, there was nothing wrong with that slide. He
Yeah.
didn't go outside the bag. He stayed in line. No problem.
I don't even know if that is a bad slide this year.
Because
he slid straight through.
He did slide straight through, but because it's like, fucking. Anyway, hopefully
the motorcycle set the alarm off. Didn't
yeah.
it?
Up until maybe. Oh, it was my truck. She must have pushed the button. Where was I going with that? Up until this year, it was legal slide. I'm pretty sure, but I think the way they've worded it is like if it's an intent to disrupt the second baseman, which he doesn't start to slide till like a foot before the bag.
I know.
So clearly,
that's where it was. Yeah.
Not legal.
If he had slid earlier, it probably would have been okay.
I feel like Oduro overreacted hugely, and I think that had a lot to do with the bad flip and everything else.
That was the whole issue. If this was like,
but that's what bugs me about it. I don't mind them getting into it, and it was definitely a late hit. But I definitely feel like he way overreacted on that, and I feel like the suspensions were exactly what they should have been. He got the most. He got 3 games. Bautista got 1 game.
No, Oduro got 8.
Oduro got 8 games?
Yeah, Chavez got 3.
Right. You're right. I didn't even see what Chavez did.
He just plunked Fielder and walked off the field.
Did he?
Yeah.
He just walked up to the biggest guy out there and punched him?
No. He hit him with... Started the next inning.
Oh, that's what he got it for.
Chavez he plunged Fielder right in the thigh.
Yeah.
Totally just like you hit us, we hit you pitch.
Yeah.
Fielder didn't do anything. He's like, yeah, he knew what would happen.
Yeah.
But Chavez threw the pitch, plunked him, turned, and just walked straight to the dugout. And then that's when Russell...
He didn't even get kicked out? He just walked to the dugout?
Yeah. He knew he was getting tossed. As soon as he hit him, the ump's like, you're gone. But he just didn't say a word, didn't make a fuss, just turned and he walked straight to the dugout. And then that's when Russell Martin geared down and was like standing in between, waiting for anyone to come out.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he was ready to go.
I like it.
And then the bench is cleared for a little bit.
As much as Martin's hitting has been
he's having a
fucking
rough year.
Brutal, I love that guy, man. He's a hell of a baseball player.
Yeah.
And you can just tell he's very calm, very smart in he knows how to... He knows how to play the ump, and he knows how to keep his pitcher in the game.
Yeah, he's a really good defensive catcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're hurting right now. I think they're maybe going to start. They're slowly kind of starting to come around.
Well,
they're hitting just and their bullpen.
Yeah, but their bullpen has like 12 losses.
Their bullpen's been brutal, and their hitting has been very sporadic.
Yes.
And that's only recently. Before that, they were just non-existent. Now they're at least sporadic.
Yeah, but even if their hitting hasn't picked up yet, your bullpen cannot blow 12 of your first 35 games. That's atrocious.
That is brutal.
Like that's
they've started playing Biagini a lot more, and he's been on. He used to be a starter for someone. I can't remember what team though.
Yeah, everybody in the bullpen used to be a starter.
They have the talent, and Tulowitzki's heating up now.
Guys hitting's gonna come around.
Yeah,
but
they were the same last year.
Yeah,
basically the same record.
They were under 500 at
July.
Yeah, basically the deadline almost.
Yeah.
But
then they had that 12-game winning streak.
Yeah, but you have to have a bullpen.
Yeah,
and your bullpen cannot blow that many games. I'm sorry, that's just going to cost you. If you need that, if your hitting's not, if you're only putting up 3 runs,
you take Sanchez out. They didn't really add. Sanchez has, man, if he can be an ace. That guy, he has the talent to be an ace. He's just got to put it together. He's been really good this year.
No,
but I think he can be he has another level.
No, he definitely has the potential for that. He needs to work on getting lefties out.
Yeah,
and I think he really needs to get another good out pitch because he throws heat, but he has a changeup, but he hasn't. He just it comes in spurts. Mm-hmm. If he can harness his changeup, buddy, he's gonna be. No, he's got a shot at being a pretty good starter. Yeah, but like I said, right? If your bats aren't there, but you put up 3 runs and you're up 3-1, you got to hold on to it.
Yeah, I
get you blow leads. It happens.
It does.
The best closers in the world will blow a couple games throughout the year, but that's just such a high number. that you can't be doing that.
Parmeter says nice hair.
Oh, he always loves my hair.
Yeah. I don't get it. You're wearing a hat.
I know.
I don't
always
understand
like
it.
forever.
Like,
forever.
Yeah.
Parmeter, every time he's nice hair.
well, you might as well slide over. I don't know. Adam's still not here.
Yeah,
so.
whatever.
But yeah, that was. Yeah, I don't know. Mets have been kind of on and off this year. Kansas City's kind of been all.
Yeah, I wasn't really too high on Kansas City getting back there again.
Yeah.
Their starting pitching is...
Boston is... Their offense is stupid.
Yeah, their offense is finally doing what it should have been last year. Like, they have a really good offense. They have mediocre starting pitching, too.
Yeah.
Even Price
but they got
great.
Their closers...
Yeah, Kimbrel's good.
Yeah.
They got, like, their...
And who did he came from...
San Diego.
San Diego, yeah.
But he pitched most of his career in Atlanta.
Yeah. He throws
yeah, Baltimore's the surprise team right now.
Yeah, but they had those pieces. They clearly just needed to fill in the supporting cast.
Honestly, the AL East starting pitching, aside from Tampa, which hasn't been as good as I thought it would be, is bad.
Not Toronto. Up until the last couple weeks, they had the best ERA in the AL.
Yeah, but let's see if that lasts. I just don't
really
buy the
though.
Rotation.
Sanchez.
Stroman's good, and
Estrada.
You're
the same. Palmer said, I love Estrada.
I just don't think he's that good.
But he's been. Ever since the last month in playoffs last year.
I don't know how he gets away with it.
Because he just places his pitches, man. You got Estrada. Dickey, his last few games have been great starts.
You know my thoughts on
I hate Dickey, but
and Hab's been better than I thought he would be, but he's kind of going down a bit.
But that's just because I think he got a little fucked up because he had that game against San Francisco where he was 1 out away from a full game, 9th inning, and he just kind of lost it. A couple errors in the field, and he just wasn't able to get out, and eventually they had to pull him, and then it ended up. They ended up tying the game when the reliever came in, and he got charged with those runs, and we ended up winning in overtime, I think.
Extra innings.
But he didn't get the win. And extra innings. And then his next start was atrocious.
Yeah, he got lit up by Tampa Bay.
It just lit.
I picked him up for that start.
I just think that got. But he'll come back. He's same thing. He's been very consistent.
He's all right.
I think when you look at like a top 5. The Blue Jays are laughing, man, for their starting rotation. You look at their top 5. That. You don't think so?
That is a mediocre rotation.
They
don't have an ace.
You don't need an ace though. When you have like in my opinion, you have Sanchez, Happ, Stroman, who are all good pitchers. Yeah, they're not
good.
That's 3 like good. You don't need an ace anymore. I don't think you do. Doesn't seem like it.
You need an ace.
Why though?
Because you can have that guy who can go out there and get you like 8 innings.
Yeah, but they're all Sanchez is.
Yeah, but Sanchez hasn't started
plus.
Sanchez has not thrown 200 innings in a season in his career, so we'll see what happens.
Fair enough. That's a good point.
Okay, Happ has an okay track record.
Yeah.
Dickey, if his knuckleball is not on, is horrible.
Yeah.
Stroman is the best pitcher in the lineup or in the rotation.
Yeah, he's been struggling this year though.
So there you go.
Yeah.
He's also never thrown 200 innings.
I just feel like it's not. I think you're going to see it all come together. I think the batting, the pitching, it's all just they don't have that feeling again like they had last year.
Their hitting, I would not worry about at all.
No.
That's a ridiculously good lineup. With Devin Travis getting close to coming back too.
Yeah, that's true.
So they need to win their games with runs.
Yeah.
And then their starting pitching just needs to be okay. They still
need a bullpen though.
The bullpen, yes.
So I'm wondering if I don't know if they'll make. I wonder if they'll make any moves this year. Yeah, like
probably.
I feel like Shapiro's in it for the long haul, and I think, he really wants to rebuild their farm. I don't know if he's going to make any kind of crazy deals.
Yeah, but you don't need to make stupid prospect deals for bullpen guys.
True.
You just go find a good bullpen pitcher on a shitty team that they don't need him, that they're overpaying.
Yeah.
You
eat that salary and
just go find some team that thought they were going to be better. They weren't.
Mm-hmm.
Go pluck their middle reliever out who's making $6 million a year and is unrestricted. You can find those guys throughout the entire league.
That's fair, yeah. I don't know. Well, just starting to understand it. That's why I want to play.
Yeah.
It's also just like as much as I love playing football, like touch football, but as much as I love playing it, man, the chances of getting hurt in that league, so many guys get hurt. I tore my ACL.
In your touch football league?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Man, it's so... You're more likely to get hurt in that than in hockey. Way more likely.
Really?
It's just running. It's just the way you get tangled up. Like, it's broken ankles, torn ACLs, sprained knees, like all of that. You just get so much more of that when you're in playing football. Way more.
Yeah, hockey is actually pretty safe unless
barely anybody gets hurt.
Unless someone does something completely stupid.
You might get a puck to the face.
Yeah,
which sucks, but it's not gonna
But that's pretty
take you out for 9 months.
No, that's pretty random.
Exactly.
That's pretty random.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna substitute football with baseball.
There you go.
So
yeah, nobody usually gets hurt out there except for Fatty.
Does he get hurt a lot? He's second base?
No, center field.
He plays center field?
Yeah.
Who's your shortstop and second base then?
Tom usually plays shortstop.
I don't know who Tom is.
He's like tall. He's like as tall as me.
Okay.
And second base kind of rotates a little bit.
Was Kubi
playing
last game?
second? Yeah, but he never plays second base. He usually plays third.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, where would I start out if I did get in the field? Where do you think you guys would?
Probably left field.
Somewhere out in the field?
Yeah.
The least
left
busy.
Left field is currently the least hit to position.
Really? I'd figure left field is this side, right?
Yeah.
Aren't they mostly righties hitting?
They're not gonna pull. They don't pull me.
You don't. Oh,
they're not gonna pull on me.
Fair enough. Why not?
Because they're old men now.
No, I know, but they're not gonna pull because they can't get ahead of your pitch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. That makes sense. So we got to get into this fucking... Well, first of all, Trump actually got the nomination. Did you know this? He's actually the Republican nominee.
Is it official now?
It's been official for a couple weeks.
I didn't know.
The other guys all backed out.
I know that, but I don't think it's official.
Well, no, you're
they
right.
got to still do the primaries, right?
You're right. They're not. It's not official. They haven't had the convention yet.
Yeah. But I know everyone else backed out.
But he's
getting it. Yeah.
Unless they do what they call it like a contested convention or something, and I'm not exactly sure how it works, but it basically means it's like a coup. Like the rest of the Republican Party says, "Fuck no,
we don't want him," and then
we don't want this guy. Like we're gonna have a vote and kibosh it, but that also goes against the whole idea of like the way the system is set up. So I don't know, man. That's crazy. So you're either gonna have Trump Hillary or Trump Bernie. That's sad, in my opinion. Those are very, very sad choices for the greatest country in the world.
For the
leading
quote unquote leader of the free world.
Leader of the free world. That's like those are.
They should just skip them all and try and restart.
Well, who knows? I mean, you could see a push from the third party is like the Libertarian Party, so you could see a push there, and they're not going to win.
They don't have the.
But it could be one of those things where they get a good a jump this year, this one, and they start to gain traction, right? You know, I like Libertarian. Those are the ideals that I personally most identify with.
I don't really know enough about them.
Libertarian broken down basically means minimal government, minimal interference in your life. You take care of yourself, right? You're kind of on your own. Is kind of their mentality is just free market. It's kind of like you've got that capitalist mentality as far as you can do what you want business wise, but the government isn't here to fucking hold your hand, which is where we're going right now. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants the government to take care of everything, and it's I don't know. You can see it from the fucking reaction from Elbowgate or whatever the fuck they're calling it. It's ridiculous.
That was nothing.
Like, that is embarrassing to me. It's embarrassing to me, first of all, because you have women claiming equality, and this woman barely gets touched and cries like a fucking bitch.
Yeah, it's just because Trudeau accidentally hit her.
You see it. I watched the video today.
If that was anybody else, she wouldn't have made a stink at all.
Well, it was the whole thing whatever they were trying to do, but you watch the video slow down, he barely even touches her.
I know.
And she just like come on, man. Like we got to get that shit out of politics. Like that is where that's the least. That is the place where that should be least likely to happen, in my opinion. Like that kind of shit. It's supposed to be a professional environment.
Oh yeah. Well, they got a little heated up.
But they're basically doing whatever they can to try and, better their party.
Yeah.
It literally made me sick to my stomach to watch that. It was level of, I don't know. I can't even talk. It just gets me so fucking angry.
I don't know. I just thought it was nothing. It was whatever.
It wasn't.
It was whatever.
Now you have people...
And honestly, that, like, I mean, if that wasn't Trudeau who accidentally did that, and that was Joe Schmo from the back row, everyone goes, oh, a little fracas and...
The nice thing is that there is quite a large contingent of people who are just slamming her.
Yeah, there's like...
But there's also, like... I just wish Trudeau would, and who knows, maybe if he would have done it differently, you wouldn't have had that, but I just wish Trudeau would have come out and just been like, fuck her. Like, not those words, but like...
Yeah, but he has to apologize.
No, he doesn't,
yeah, he does.
though. Like, okay, in the technology today, fucking drop down a white screen, play the video on slow-mo,
it doesn't
and
matter,
be like,
though.
I'm not sorry. I didn't do shit. It's such bullshit.
There's
so much bullshit involved.
Yeah, but you know how it works. He just apologizes.
And that's what bugs me.
And then they move on.
But...
then people are like...
The problem is he lost. And he sets a precedent now for the future as to how things have to be handled.
No, that's just
and that's what bugs me.
It is.
You think so?
You just always have to
I feel like if
No.
JFK had done that to some girl, he would have made some sexual reference.
Okay, well, in 1960,
no, but this is what I'm talking about.
Whatever,
like, I'm not saying we need to be chauvinistic, but I feel like we need to call people on their bullshit. And when someone does something like that is clearly way overboard, we need to call them on it instead of catering to it.
Yeah, but you know how everything works nowadays. People are so oversensitive to everything.
I know how it works, and that's the problem.
No, but I'm saying
like that.
I know, and I agree with you to some.
You really like that ducky.
I just want.
Does it make you feel comfortable?
I get to cool myself down. Little air. No, but like people are so oversensitive to everything nowadays. Everything needs to be politically correct.
Yeah.
You can't you just can't be out of line with anything, even if you aren't out of line with anything. I know I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
like he may have not done a single thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he would love to be like,
they were the ones in the wrong. They were the ones blocking the guy.
Yeah.
You could see them like move side to side.
And his heart of hearts, he's probably just like, I didn't do anything. Why do I have to apologize for this? But he has to apologize for it because he's the prime minister.
Yeah. But that's the problem. For me, that makes me feel like he's weak, in my opinion. When I see that, for me, I look at it as like, okay, he's fucking weak.
No.
Like, I want my leader. Like, this is the way I look at it, though. Like, that's what I feel like is wrong with society right now. You shouldn't have a leader that you are looking to be politically correct. That you're looking to be the guy setting an example for. Like, you want that guy to be strong. Putin's overboard, but what I like about Putin is he stands up for what he believes in, and he doesn't fucking cater to anybody. And I feel like that's what your country's leader should be.
Yeah, but he's basically a Russian dictator.
Yeah, I agree. And his country hates him. I understand that. But they hate him because of the communist side of things where people aren't allowed to flourish on their own. I don't think they hate him because of how he treats people. I think they hate him because they hate the way the country is set up.
Well, Russia's a fucking giant hole. I mean, that's hard to compare Canada to Russia because
for sure. My point being, I just feel like I voted for Trudeau and I regret voting for him now.
I get what you're saying, but if he comes out and he says I didn't do anything wrong, all hell's just gonna break loose.
Yeah, but let it.
But why? He doesn't want to deal with that. He just rather go, I'm sorry, I don't care about this. Let me deal with some fucking real world issues.
Well, then say that.
Yeah, but you can't just say that.
The way he says it, he's basically sticking his tail between his legs.
No, he's not.
Yeah, but
he's just saying that, brushing off, bye. Who cares about her? On to some real world shit.
He hasn't dealt with real world shit since he got in office. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, but it's only been like 5 months.
He's been in office
since like December or whatever.
Either way,
yeah, well,
there's a lot of shit going on in the world right now, and he's, in my opinion, just like the shit with his wife.
Yeah, but it takes time. That was a little bad.
Like, come on, man. Can we have our leaders not trying to be in the public eye, be on TV all the time?
Like, well, that was his wife.
Deal with your shit. No, but even him, in his first however many months, he was doing Ellen or Oprah and all of these fucking talk shows when Alberta's in a fucking crisis. Like, it's... I just don't think his priorities are in order. That's my own opinion from what I've seen so far.
I don't know. I like to give the guy.
I would
like to give him a couple years.
I 100% agree. I think you're not really going to know for another year. But in my opinion, the direction it's going right now is not good. I hope that changes. That's because I really want him to succeed. That's why I voted for him.
I don't know. You got to give it. You have to give it time.
Yeah.
And in the end, in 3 years, if the whole country's fucked up, then you can be like, okay, that was a shitty vote.
But you can do so much damage. That's the problem.
Well, I know you can do so much damage because it's a country.
And it's already happening. The fact that he's ignoring how much we rely on oil, like, I know it sucks. Yeah, the environmental movement, I get it. But Canada has been built. That's the thing I hate about this hate Alberta's been getting. And how you see these comments against Fort McMurray about, like, what do you think was going to happen?
Oh, that's just stupid.
Like,
that's just ignorant.
Alberta has carried Canada on its back for so many years.
Those comments
with its production.
Those comments are just straight up ignorant.
Whether
or not you are, pro oil, against oil, whatever. Like,
there's Adam.
The fucking world needs oil right now. So
yeah,
like, you can't just sit there and be like, I want to see the whole town burn because I don't like oil.
Yeah.
I don't like pipelines. Like, the town is burned down.
I overall, though, I think people have rallied behind it, for sure.
I think the majority of people have. But again,
it just shows his disconnect when he shows up and is acting like some of his comments were acting like Canada's not behind Fort McMurray. For the most part, pretty much everybody's been behind them and trying to help. Like, that's how we are as a country. I think, to be honest, I think in general in the world, when catastrophes happen, that's when you see the true nature of people. Well, you see how people come together. In the world,
Canada's usually, we're pretty good for aiding everyone, really.
But I just think anywhere, like, you hear people talk about when 9/11 happened and how for the next, 3 or 4 months, New York was one of the happiest places in the world. Everybody was there for everybody.
Yeah, everyone kind of puts aside.
They put aside their bullshit.
Yeah.
Because there's bigger things on the line.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you find out the true nature of people, I think, in those situations. And
yeah, you can, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Just saying shit like they deserve to burn and stuff that's pretty... It's pretty ignorant.
It's such a love-hate relationship I have with social media because...
I know, there's so many just... Like... just the people out there.
And the thing is we say that, and yet some of those other people, and that's what I try to...
Well, they're saying the same thing about, like, you or whatever.
I'm trying to put myself in that mindset of, they're going to be thinking the same kind of shit about us. They think our ideas are fucking retarded. Mm-hmm. And that's where, I try if I do get into any kind of conversation, I try to make my comments not attack based. I try to make them and word them in a way that they come across as just like, well, this is my idea. I don't really agree
and I don't mind having a bit of a spirited argument, but it's when you say something and then the other person just like, fuck you fucking douche. And you're like, okay, well, that doesn't... Like, if you don't agree with me, at least throw your points out towards me or something.
Yeah.
It might sway me a little bit. I don't know. If you're making sense.
Fuck. What the hell? Bangfit fitness program?
I saw that.
Did you?
It's on...
What the fuck is this?
It's Pornhub released it. I saw it on the Chive. And it's like, you follow along and it's like they give you fitness things to do while you're having sex or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold on, we gotta play that.
They showed it.
Hold on.
Let him in.
Oh, that must be Joe.
I don't know. Yeah, Chive just kind of showed a few screenshots of it. It was like you could choose, 1 person, 2 person, or 3 person.
Right. I'm gonna see if I can get this to play. I want to see what this is.
And then at the end, it shows you like how many calories you've burned and stuff.
Let's see.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Hey, come on, man.
It's 2016 and we move less than ever. We wake up and we don't move. We go to work and we don't move. Even when we move, we don't move. Our sedentary lifestyle and overloaded routine are making us neglect our health. And as a result, adult obesity has skyrocketed. To fight our inactive tendencies, we've created tedious and exotic workouts.
I'm gonna hold the mic up here so people can hear.
Who has time for all that? To make things worse, Pornhub.com, with its huge offering of adult content, keeps users glued to their seats even longer. The truth is that no matter
2.5
how busy
minutes
you
or
are,
3 minutes.
you always find time to get busy. That's why we came up with a unique, healthy solution. It won't just get you fit, it'll get you fit as Introducing Bangfit, the fitness method gyms don't want you to know about.
It's not a bad idea.
For years, experts around the globe have promoted the benefits of sex for the mind and body. You'd be surprised that when it comes to making love, you work out way more than just one muscle. And now Pornhub's going to prove it. Here's how it works.
I love how they have no genitalia.
Bangfit is a game-based
Like-
fitness program
but no
that gets you
nipples.
into shape while
Yeah, like
having
a doll.
the time of your life. Just go to our website and choose a sexercise routine. Next,
One
select
player.
the number of players and gender. Then sync the website to your smartphone, attaching it to your waist with the official Bangfit band.
No.
The objective of the game is
Are
to
you
pump
fucking
along with
kidding
the
me?
video on the screen, copying each movement in order to get your muscles working. The better you
Joe's like, what's going on here?
the more points you get. You won't be pumping iron, but you'll
Are
be
you
pumping
kidding me?
nonetheless.
Yeah, look at the points you get.
When the exercise comes to an end, you'll get your
I love how
final
he
results
emphasizes
and
comes.
rankings. This game isn't about who wins top honors, because with Bangfit, everyone scores. You could even annoy your friends by sharing it on social
Are you
media.
fucking kidding me?
Any other fitness routine. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the dawn of a new era of fitness. One where working out will no longer be a chore, but something you'll get excited about. Literally. And now you'll even feel sorry for those happy couples out for their early morning run. That's right, guys. Less morning run and more morning fun. Bangfit by Pornhub.
Wow.
It's time to work out. And in.
It's been a
And in.
good day. So I watched another one on today on what the heck was it? It was like, I don't know if you know who Lil Dicky is. He's this like Jewish rapper.
Yeah.
Total
I saw
nerd
you
looking.
posted it.
Yeah, did you see?
Stop recording?
I don't get it. I don't understand what the problem is. The thing just keeps stopping recording. I wonder when it did. I bet you it's when I play the video. As soon as I play the video, it stops recording or
Think so?
something. I don't know what the problem is. It's annoying though, that's for damn sure. But I don't know. I find where'd you get the belt?
Yeah, I didn't know
So
you had to
look
have
up-
a belt.
Anybody who's listening, look up Bangfit and watch the video on YouTube, or it's by Pornhub. They have like this belt on that they're supposed to attach the phone to, and then you're supposed to look at the computer screen apparently while you're fucking, and that's where you see your points go up.
Well, I don't think you have to look at the screen.
You don't have to look
but
at
was
it, but that's
synced
where
up, so
That's
and
where
then
it syncs to,
I
right?
think from what I kind of saw is it would give you suggestions on different ways to do it and stuff.
To try and burn some calories, I guess.
Yes. Because like I said, the end when they showed the end of that video, because they were doing it doggy style, his score was higher than hers.
Well, yeah, obviously.
which makes sense. But I was like, that's just kind of funny.
All she's doing is banging her
Yeah.
hand on the ground. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, see, and it's getting choppy. I don't. I wonder if this computer just can't handle the. But it's got a better video card than my old computer, so that doesn't really make sense. And yeah, it is choppy. So I wonder what the problem is with that. Close this shit down. What any,
So hold on, back to
Okay.
that quickly.
Okay.
Because it gave you the options of 1 player, 2 player,
Yeah.
3 player. So if you choose 1 player, are you just ferociously jerking off,
I'm-
trying to beat your high score?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm extremely
That's kinda
curious
funny.
as to what the one-player options are. Like you,
Like you just go, you're like, I got 8,000.
it's like
I gotta try and beat that.
you like no, but I mean like it's probably like all right, stand on 1 foot, put your other arm up in the air,
It could be.
start doing jumping jacks.
Someone catches you doing that. What are you doing? I'm working out.
You're doing like reverse crunches as you're jerking off. Fuck, that's hilarious. You know what? That's the kind of shit that people have to do these days, though, man. Like businesses technology is moving so fast that you got to stay ahead. You got to have these kind of ideas.
Well, it's a good idea to keep fit. I mean, it's a good idea for fitness because they are right. Like nowadays, more and more people just sit on their ass.
Yeah, it's so. Oh man, I was at Walmart the other day.
Oh
no, sorry, it wasn't Walmart. I was at Surrey Mall, Guildford Mall. Just go to a food court. Go to a food court. Sit down. Just look around. Look around and tell me we don't have an obesity problem. Tell me we're not fucking turning into the States.
Well, I certainly hope we're not in the States.
We are. 100% we are. It's disgusting to me. Like, I get it. Oh, body shame. Fuck off. Okay? If you're happy with yourself, that's fine. But don't expect me or anybody else to not have an opinion on it. And my personal opinion is you're being lazy, you're not eating right, and you're being a drain on our fucking healthcare system. That's the way I look at it.
We've discussed this.
We have discussed it. But it's always there. It's not changing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just getting worse. I don't know.
People just don't want to take the time for, cooking.
Like, I'm a fit guy, and I still just got a personal trainer. Like I don't understand what, like, this is
you don't
what
have
has
to
to carry you.
trainer.
No, you don't. I'm just.
There are many simple things you can do.
What I'm saying is that's the importance I put on being in shape, being fit, staying healthy.
Fine.
Right? You don't even have to go to that level. Just do something.
No, there's many different levels, but I mean, you can just go as simple as just go walk a couple times a week. Walking's huge.
Every day.
Yeah.
Walk
but even start
half an hour every day.
But even just start with a couple times.
Cut out bread. Walk every day. You're going to lose weight so fast.
The bigger you are, too, the faster you can lose it. At least the start of it.
The start, yeah, definitely. I don't know.
I'm just trying to imply, like, people just assume fitness is always just, I have to go to the gym, I have to run, I have to do this. But there's so many other, just even tiny little things you can do.
These days there's so much out there.
Yeah.
My mom just got the DDP yoga.
Yeah, your brother was telling me about it.
My brother's been doing it. Apparently it's pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen tons of videos on it. Apparently it's wicked. Yeah. I just don't got time for it. I do other stuff, but I'll try it. I love trying new things. I think it's.
But with fitness, there's so many things you can do nowadays that they don't take up a ton of time, but still get some exercise going.
Yeah.
And it's just with the knowledge nowadays of fitness and health and stuff, there's
no reason.
There's just endless possibilities of what you can do.
There's no reason, in my opinion, other than laziness, to be overweight and out of shape. There's no reason. I don't buy it. There aren't 50% of people don't have a thyroid problem. It doesn't add up.
I mean, you don't have to be in great shape, but like you don't want to be a big
but you
fat,
can
like huge person.
No,
right?
but it's not even being huge. You can tell the difference between, like, say you look at someone and they look quote unquote portly, right? You can tell the difference between someone who's got a little bit of extra weight on them, who is in shape, who's just sturdy, and the person who's just got a beer gut or who just is clearly not watching what they eat.
Yeah.
You can tell right away you can tell the difference.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean the person's overweight isn't able to do activities, but they're definitely not taking care of themselves. Mm-hmm. And down the road is when it affects you.
It's the person who, when you start doing something, is tired in like 2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can carry some extra weight and still do lots of things and blah blah blah, but like,
yeah,
if you don't take care of yourself and you smoke all the time and stuff, then you'll be tired of doing anything that fast. You can't do anything. Even
like smoking's bad for you, obviously, but there's so many things, like, obviously we know a lot of people right now struggling with cancer, and it's a huge issue for almost everybody. Everybody knows someone in their life.
Yeah, it affects everyone.
And man, I'm starting to realize personally that I think, not in all situations, but I think sugar has been the biggest contributor to the rise in cancer. I really do, because you look at when cancer kind of started to make its name, and you look at when sugar started to be put in everything. correlates pretty fucking well, and it's gotten more and more, and cancer's risen more and more. I've cut sugar the fuck out as much as I can. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, if I indulge late at night, I don't eat. I haven't eaten candy. I eat chips. That's kind of been my. Chips have been my.
Lay salt and vinegars. Oh, I love those.
They're all dressed. We just dummied a bag of all dressed last night. But I just feel like they still have sugar in them, but it's not like eating a fucking handful of candies. Yeah. Right? It's more just the carbs, which break down to break down to sugar as well. But
I don't even know how much sugar you eat. I don't think it's lots.
No, you don't eat that much sugar. No, that's what I mean.
Most sugar I probably get is like in my coffee.
Yeah, I don't even put sugar in my coffee. I put cream. That's it.
I put sugar in there, but it's just a teaspoon.
All right. Anything else you wanted to hit? Anything else you felt like riffing on, griping on? Yeah. Because I gotta pee.
Yeah, I gotta pee too. Actually,
I think we should end it right there.
Most the other guests are here.
The other guests are here that didn't make it in. So we just sold our house, so we're gonna celebrate. Have a couple of scotches, and next week I got Craig McLean coming on. He's got a fight coming up in the Battlefield Fight League. So we're going to talk about that, and we will see everybody next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Goodbye.
Where's my mouse?